Emergency video. So the Bitcoin spot ETF has finally been released. Finally. What's going on, y'all? You're now watching the greatest channel that has ever existed. My name is 𝘰𝘰𝘯𝘕𝘰𝘯𝘕, and I truly appreciate you guys for being here with me. Yes, I've been on a hiatus, and the hiatus will continue for a little bit more, but I had to come back here because this is the most explosive, dramatic, breaking news that I've ever seen in a long time. Bitcoin and many other companies that are related to Bitcoin have been trying to come out with a spot ETF for as long as possible, and it has finally been approved by the Security Exchange Commission, SEC. Okay, so let's read this article by CoinDesk. Bitcoin ETFs win SEC approval, bringing easier access to biggest cryptocurrency. The asset management industry has tried to launch a spot Bitcoin ETF, that's what I was saying, for over a decade. Hopes are high that they will lure more investors into cryptocurrency. US regulators has finally approved Bitcoin's ETFs, dramatically broadening access to the 15-year-old cryptocurrency. The fact that it's 15 years old is crazy. It's true. Bitcoin came out at the beginning of January in 2009. So yes, it's been exactly 15 years. And it feels like it's something new that people don't trust. It's so weird. The SEC's commission on Wednesday declared effective, submitted by New York Stock Exchange, NASDAQ, and CBOE Global Markets, giving these markets permission to list and offer trading in securities as soon as Thursday. Okay, so there won't really be spot ETFs that come out on Thursday, but they will come out very, very soon. There's a 22-page document talking about this. About a dozen companies, including BlackRock, which is the largest hedge fund company in the world. BlackRock has more money in their coffers than every other country's GDP combined, except for United States and China, okay? Fidelity Grayscale sought to create Bitcoin ETFs. In recent days, they've announced, and in some cases slashed, the fees they plan to charge investors, suggesting a fierce battle to collect investors' money is ahead. These are spot ETFs, meaning they hold Bitcoin itself, okay? So these are companies that are going to actually hold Bitcoin itself, which means that they're going to specifically buy the Bitcoin tokens itself for real. They're not just going to have a syndicated version of Bitcoin or a fake or a paper version of Bitcoin. They're going to actually hold Bitcoin itself versus the already approved Bitcoin futures ETFs. Yes, there's other futures Bitcoin ETFs, such as the ones that is created by Grayscale. They don't really count because they're focused on the future and they're just more betting against the future and the past. Not really based on the actual price of Bitcoin itself. It's just based on what it thinks Bitcoin's future is going to be. Okay, but now it's actually the real, true spot Bitcoin ETF for real. The green light from SEC follows many years of delays and outright rejections of numerous attempts to launch spot Bitcoin ETFs. It also comes just a few months after the agency was handed a resounding loss in court. The DC Circuit Court of Appeals, shout out, I live in DC, what's up? In August ruled the SEC was arbitrary and capricious in its decision to reject Grayscale's attempt to convert its roughly 26 Grayscale Bitcoin trust, okay? Arbitrary and capricious means like, this is total bullshit. Why are you guys denying this, okay? In a statement, SEC Chair Gary Gensler pointed in a court loss in 2023 as part of its impetus to approve the dozen or so filings on Wednesday. Finally, Gary Gensler is on our side, finally. I think he was just forced to do it. He didn't have a choice to do it. The U.S. Court of Appeals for the District of Columbia held the commission failed to adequately explain in its reasoning in disapproving the listing of trading of Grayscale's ETP. Okay, the court therefore vacated Grayscale's order and remanded the matter to the commission. Based on these circumstances and discussed more fully in approval order, I feel that most sustainable path forward is to approve this listing. Yes, he's pretty much forced to do it, to approve this listing and trading of the spot ETF ETP shares. Okay, so let's go down all the way to the bottom. 𝘊𝘰𝘯𝘦, Vice President for Communications at Grayscale, said in a statement, "I am happy to confirm that the Grayscale team has received necessary regulatory approvals to uplist GBTC to NYSE's ACRA, and we will share a press release with additional information shortly." This is crazy. Now, let's look at the price of Bitcoin. It hasn't really done anything at all. In fact, the only thing that's really doing anything is Ethereum, right? Bitcoin is only up 0.7%. It hasn't even changed that much. But that's because of the old adage, buy the rumor, right? You were supposed to buy Bitcoin when it was rumored that was going to come out and sell the news. So a lot of people have sold Bitcoin now that this news has come out. And they sold Bitcoin to the point where it is only increased in price by 0.7%. Meanwhile, Ethereum is up 9%, okay? Let's look at my portfolio, the coins that I'm holding, the coins that I'm focused on, the ones that's doing the most is actually Pulsechain. It's up 35%. Hex is up 48% just today. And this is Hex on Pulsechain. Pepe is up 13%. PulseX is up 48%. Ridiculous. Titan X, of course, is still down 10%. Titan X is going to continue to go down until Hyper is announced. It's just what's going to happen. There's nothing that you can do about it. But as soon as Hyper is announced and as soon as Hyper comes out, Titan X is going to go through the ceiling, through the sky, okay? So there's nothing we can do about it. Just buy as much Titan X, just mint as much Titan X as you can right now. It's going to shoot up through the moon. Stop being scared, okay? So this is a really good day. I'm happy that the ETF has finally been approved. This is great. We're going to get rich from this. This is going to pretty much guarantee, my prediction for a long time has been that Bitcoin's price is going to go to about $140,000 at the end of 2025. With this approval of the ETF, I'm guessing now that's going to go up to $200,000. This is crazy. And I'm telling you this because I thank you. I love you. I appreciate you. Let's get this money.